part of this, right? Like, I'm going to use it to boost my views. Like, look, here's a new person that's come in. And like, guys, I'm not like, don't get me wrong. I am not perfect. Like, I have a very complicated past. I feel like I've been pretty straight up about that. Like, and even I heard Megs talk about her past and like, you know,
everybody has accountability, takes accountability.
Yes. So I'm not saying I'm like some stable mate, but I worked for a Fortune 50 company for over 11 years. I've been in the same industry for over 20 years. I'm not just some random person with nothing going on.
Right.
I got laid off, my life got reset, and so I felt like she was thinking like, wow, okay, this person is actually stable. And if I put them up with me in this box and they're standing with me, it's going to say something.
Somebody asked, what was your final straw for you to get out of there?
Yeah, so Megs asked if there was a big fight. There wasn't. People have been asking over and over and over, because I'd been live at that point like maybe 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
But the fifth time that I went live, and the first time I went live for a long time, was the night that I finally addressed it. I had been asked in multiple lives prior. Thanks.
Yes. You always were respectful, because I was in those lives a couple of times. You know?
I did not want to talk about it. I did not want it to go that way. So finally, in the 5th live that I did, I was on for 6 hours. I was on all night. I was battling. I got off from a battle, and as soon as I hit end, 2 or 3 comments came in. Are you still friends with Hippeeharlee? Are you going to continue to talk to HH? Because everybody had seen that I pulled back, right? They saw that I wasn't gifting. Like, at that point, I had a lot of people warning me privately. I wasn't sure. Like, I was defending her at times in messages, and then I was just ignoring some people. Guys, I have to give people benefit of the doubt.
You have to see it for yourself. You know,
yeah, I can't. Mm-hmm. I'm a grown. You know, like, I'm an adult. Like, I can't get on an app. I got on the app in January. It's March. I can't get on an app that I've never been on, and not even understanding the live world, and then like jump on bandwagons and I don't know the details. Like, I had to figure it out.
I don't
even told someone.
Yeah, that's smart. That's smart, because what if we were just bullying her and this lady is autistic and like?
I mean,
I get it.
You know, because I don't know you guys either, right? I don't know ginseng. I don't know any of the players. And even the couple creators I did know, I didn't know them. I didn't follow them for very long. I wasn't gifting yet big until when I started gifting her. I only been gifting like 2 or 3 weeks. Like, I was so early on in the app. I didn't understand this world and how complex it can get, how different it is, how from like normal life, how sucked in you can get. No clue.
It's a lot. It really is.
So once I realized,
She takes advantage of people that are generous and people that have big hearts. That's who she targets.
She targets the elderly. She targets, mentally ill people, or people that have autistic,
intoxicated men.
Yes.
Did she try to control who you could support or interact with?
No, Lily. I think that she would have had she started to gain more control, but at this point it was pretty mutual, right? Like, I held some kind of financial security for her to a certain extent, but she knew I could come in and do that if I wanted to. And so, but look, there were times where I thought she would be a good one with me. Okay, I apologize. So was the final straw.
Yeah, people.
So I went live. I'm live for like 6 hours that night. Never comes up. No, never asks me. I'm battling all night, right? A few people come in almost immediately, and back to back, it was like 3 comments. So I said, okay. It was 6 a.m. at this point, okay? I said, okay, I'll address it. Immediately, she entered the room. So I don't know if she was watching from the outside. I don't know if she was in on a troll account already. I don't know if she planted the question to see what I would do. I have no idea. And I'm not saying she did. I'm just saying I don't know. All I know is it was asked, and within 30 seconds to a minute, not even, she was there. And she said, don't, in the comments. And I said, Tabitha, I'm not going to say anything bad, but I'm going to address this. Like, people have been asking me at that point for a week.
Right.
Because that was all during the Boss Hog situation. So that was all during that night when people thought she wasn't safe. People were calling me, asking me where she mailed that from, to see if I had her address to call the police. Like, and my response to everybody was, I cannot give you this address. If she was truly in danger, she is on a live internet social media platform. She can say, guys, I'm not safe. Someone call the cops. Someone get in touch with someone that has my address. Right?
Nobody.
Exactly.
So I said, I gotta address this. I said, I'm sorry. And she said, if you do, like, it's over, or if you do, I'm done, or if you do, like, something that it's some kind of threat to that effect of, like, you're asking for it back. And so all I was gonna say, and all I really did say, I mean, I probably said more than I would have had she not done that, because my game plan, yes, we did talk off the app, on Instagram mainly, but I did, and she does. I don't know if she has the same phone numbers. I had both phone numbers. She does have my phone number. But we spoke primarily on Instagram, like her and Ginseng. And it was always video chat.
Was she different? Did she seem like she was different offline to you?
Yes, she seemed more organized.
Huh. That's interesting, though.
It didn't feel so chaotic. I'm not saying at times she didn't say, like, oh, I'm concerned about this, or I'm worried about that. Like, for sure, she's moving every week. Like, I'm sure that was very natural for her to be concerned about those things. Because when we started speaking, that was right about the time she left that trailer, wherever the dog vest thing happened.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
That was bad.
That was.
And that was just something she used as ammo, right? To me, right? Like, they're coming to my house, like,
a lot of things
Also,
that people have done, I don't agree with. It's never something that I would do.
right.
So.
But she also doxes herself. So.
Yes, she did.
Did she mention autism to you off the app? Did she?
Yeah, it came up because I said to her, it came up a lot, actually, now that I'm thinking about that question. Because I said to her multiple times, if you want the narrative to change, or you want this to stop, why don't you just quit using those two terms, homeless and autistic? I said, because you're not homeless. You have a home.
Yeah.
And guys, I may not have said it verbatim like that directly, but I said to her, for sure, verbatim, why don't you stop using those terminologies? Because that's really what everybody was upset about, right?
Right.
Yes.
What was her response to that?
She didn't feel like she could do that. She felt like she had to make a stand and prove a point against everybody.
Proving a point would have been showing some paperwork that you are autistic. Everybody would have left her alone then, but she don't have it to prove.
Yeah. Because, this is your blood, your family that is speaking out against you and that are saying completely opposite things, and they're completely opposite people than what she is.
And has shown some.
With an allegation like that, in her to sit and be able to profit from, I think showing some type of documentation.
Yeah.
Now listen, if she wasn't how can I say this? And she wasn't constantly saying homeless,
Yeah.
autistic, then yeah, I would be like, why does she have to prove it? But babe, you're making money off of these things.
And
You have to
also,
prove
she's
it.
giving autism a bad name because she's acting like
Yeah,
if
that
you have
too.
autism, you're freaking just laying in bed all day and you can't. You're not
Right. She makes it
nothing.
seem like they can't do anything, and that is
That's bad.
harmful
That's
as
the
hell.
thing that makes me mad.
Yes,
And that's the thing, guys. I had been watching her, keep in mind, but like what I was seeing in posts, because there is so many like funny accounts out there that are kind of like poking right at people, and that's normal on TikTok. Like I get it, social media, that's gonna happen. But for me, trying to be unbiased and coming into a situation and then seeing her crying, like I immediately empathize with someone who's upset. Like I'm an emotional person myself, so I'm like, so it's not like people, I see a lot of things on Reddit like, well, Berbaby's watched, she's obviously a dumbass. It's like, yes, I watched, but keep in mind, like, it's not all clicking yet.
Right.
I understand, girl.
There's just pieces of it all out there.
And I did understand, absolutely. When I got to talk to you formally, I did, I had a video of the Berbaby, and she's aware that I did send her the copy of it. And I privated it, the video, because I do have a lot of respect for her, because it does take a lot to stand up against this type of stuff.
I have a lot of respect for her just because she takes accountability. And
Yes.
you know what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tabitha would come out and be like, listen, I lied about this and I do need help. I would respect that too.
It never happened.
Well,
Yeah, I know.
But I would definitely
Kinda-
agree with you on that.
That's kind of where I came into when all that was happening and all the trolling and stuff. I said, look, I'll go live with you. And that video that has the most views that she has on her account was me saying we're going to work together. What it was we were going to work together battling to make her enough money to get out of where she was. And I said, stop with the begging and we'll just have fun. And you saw a different side of her for a little bit. And I was convinced that maybe it was working. But then when I started getting the red flags, I realized it wasn't going to change.
Yeah.
No. How much money did she make from that? I don't know. She did like 2 camper things. Do you remember, G?
A lot.
I know. I had a mod that came in my box there at one time. Shan, when she was modding, I think she was what, 6,300, wasn't it, Bex?
Something like that, or 7,000, something like that.
She was, yeah, and
I don't know
of course,
that.
she was probably making 2,000
I don't
a
remember.
week. At least
Yeah, and she raised twice for the camper.
Yeah, I saw that, Chevy girl.
10,000.
She did?
If I had to guess, I'd say 10,000.
Yeah.
She said oh yeah, she did say that.
Yeah, I do think when I watched that back, because I saw that in real time, I'm not trying to defend her at all. I'm just trying to, again, just speak factually from what I
She
saw.
meant that.
I think there was like the way that it was teed up was not what it kind of came out as. Because I don't think she would ever put that on a live video for someone to go utilize. Like, I just think she's smarter than
I
that.
think she meant she wasn't making money off of.
What it
If
was,
I remember the clip right.
I can't
what it was, what I think happened is the wrong people got involved, and it made her look like she was innocent. And that's exactly what happened. There's a couple creators, come to mind, I'm not going to say any names, got involved with this, and they made her look innocent because compared to them, she is.
Yeah, and kind of like the vest being thrown on the porch, that also changed the narrative.
I wouldn't say all that. I wouldn't say she's innocent compared to them.
No, I mean, but in real,
I mean,
she doesn't go real life, like, you know what I mean? Like, she doesn't.
all social media.
Putting harmful allegations on people on a social platform is real life.
Yeah, I mean, you're right.
I get
But
what
I
you
get
mean.
what he's
we did get what
saying.
you're saying.
Like, for example, she's had my phone number and my address this entire time. Yet it was like, I'll legally serve her. Like, she said it a couple times, right? I know for a fact.
She just docked Slot's address, so
and
don't.
then she docked Slot, right? So that all happened.
Don't hold your breath.
I'm live the other night and that happened in
Just
real
wait
time.
until yours. Yeah.
So everyone starts flooding your live, like, she's going to dox you, she's going to dox you. And I know I pissed people off because I was like, at first, I was like, well, whatever. Like, we'll deal with it. I don't believe it. Like, let's see what happens. And then I got back on live. And I was like, I dare her to show up.
Mm-hmm.
Get your ride here, girl. Because you won't come yourself.
Right.
No, she'll just.
No one's going
No
to
bark, no bite.
No one's going to show up, guys.
Because all she does is sits there during her positive affirmations, and she sits and slanders people. She threatens to dox people, sets and creates these narratives that it's never happened.
No. And she beats up old people.
Jaslyn, is that your name? What did I say earlier, babe? She projects onto people what she has done to people. You get what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down. And then she'll be on live crying.
Definitely takes like generosity and will use it against you. So basically, it's a manipulation tactic. Like during that time, I was probably one of her biggest gifters.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody said I was recycling my money back to her. I wasn't doing that. I was basically executing my plan of getting her out of where she was.
Right.
There was no recycling. Like,
G's our gift or sugar daddy around here. He just
Yeah,
she likes somebody with a pocket full
every
of money.
situation that's happened in her life, she is the common denominator. Like it's been her.
I was about to say that.
Victim after victim. And it's absolutely sad that she can't be held.
Well, when that happened with Jamie, and I've said it once, and I've talked to Jamie and told her like that, you know, there would be times I might repeat it, but when that happened to Jamie in real time was when I was very first involved, right? And I said to her, what happened? Like, it looked like you guys ended a friendship while you're on live. Like, I didn't even have a conversation. Like, how? And she's like, she's done. I'm done. We're not talking about it. It's over. Like, and I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Like, when she says, you stop. Because there were times where I would say, I'm going to ask you this and you're probably not going to like it, but I'm asking because I have to hear it from your mouth. You say it to me. I don't want to hear someone else said, you said X. I want to hear it from you. Are you autistic? Are you homeless? Have you been homeless? Right? Like, I asked hard questions like that. I was only involved for 2 weeks, guys. 2 weeks.
That's crazy because I guess it just seems longer.
Sarah, that's a good comment. So here's the thing. So I was getting a lot of heat saying, whoa, you're beating her ass every battle, right? So I had a 36-game winning streak. And I went over and took my own streak with my own money just to show y'all that I wasn't fucking doing that.
And that's when I left your ass.
And that is when they left. We was pissed.
I remember that.
I remember a lot of people got mad at me, and I was like, man, they're saying I'm taking advantage. No, that's not the case.
That chat went wild. Definitely. Yeah. I was punching the air.
All that damn work and just gone.
No, because Megan had
36 games.
Didn't you just gift him? I think she had just gifted you too.
Mm-hmm.
And she was pissed. We was like, oh,
we had like 7,000 points. I don't even remember what I said. Like a fucking unicorn and a couple other things.
Are you saying, did she ask to live with me, Bet? Refresh my memory if someone said something like that. I'm trying to remember.
And if y'all